But the NBA playoffs are around the corner. And we have to at least talk about a couple of matchups and a couple different storylines that are coming up. First of all, I don't like what I'm seeing on the timeline about one matchup we already know that's going to happen. And that's the Clippers and the Mavs. They face off in round one. Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why did this have to be like? This is. Hey, Body Armor. I drink a lot of Body Armor Light. Y'all go get some Body Armor Light. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying?
First off, LA,
This
I
show
can't
is
swim.
sponsored by Body Armor Light.
Nah, LA, talking about I can't swim.
Y'all are crazy. So the Clippers and the Mavs face off in round one. The play-ins start next Tuesday. As I mentioned earlier, spaces are going to be back after the 7:00 game starting next Tuesday. And it's going to be lit. It's going to be a vibe. Oh boy, this is going to be good. Let me ask y'all a question based on what we've seen. Kyrie, Luka versus Kyrie, Luka. Who else on that team? Tim Hardaway.
PJ Washington.
Who?
PJ.
Oh, Big PJ. PJ Washington.
Why are you calling him Big PJ?
Big PJ Washington.
Gafford.
Paul George.
I forgot Gafford played for them.
Oh yeah, Big Gafford. Big Gafford. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Do y'all like the Mavs offense or the Clippers defense in this game? I'm sorry, it was so funny.
Clippers defense. Did somebody say the words defense?
Clippers
playoffs defense.
Defense.
Who plays defense for the Clippers?
The Clippers defense is not horrible. They
might play defense for the Clippers.
Why, you know what kills me is why can't we know the playoffs is a different beast? Why that's not the case for the Clippers? Why that can't be the case?
Hold on. Actually, the playoffs are a different beast for the Clippers. They don't win shit in the playoffs.
What defense? Are we talking defense?
They do all this winning during the regular season. We see how it's a different beast for the Clippers in the playoffs.
They play defense? Who on the Clippers play defense?
I don't know what their defense looks like, though. I can't say that. But
can the firepower of Kyrie?
I've seen a lot of Clippers games.
Can the firepower of Kyrie and Luka in a 7-game series or in a best of 7 series offset the defense of the Clippers? The Clippers defense is not horrible.
I was just looking it up.
They got a solid defense.
Opponents points per game, they're 10th in the league with that. Their defensive rating, they're 19th out of 30. So
why you didn't say 10 out of 30? Why you say 10th out of 30?
19th out of 30 teams. That's good defense. That's solid defense.
They have a middle of the pack defensive rating.
That's middle of the pack. That ain't solid. That's more average if you ask me.
Listen, every time Luka plays the Clippers,
he smoked them.
I don't know what it is.
He be possessed against them, dog.
Every time.
Am I tripping? But the Clippers have beat the Mavs in these series, though.
No. In what series?
Yeah, he did. They beat them.
They beat the Mavs twice.
For sure. And Luka was torching them. He was torching them.
But that's what I'm saying.
Series.
That's what I'm saying. So they've beat them, but now you add Kyrie into the equation too.
Right.
But what I'm saying is Luka, every time he plays against the Clippers, I don't know what it is. He see Kawhi and PG on the other side. It is like, all right, cool.
He just see red. Licking his chops, bro. He see red when you see him too, bro.
So I mean, defense. Even if the Clippers play some decent defense, I don't know. The thing with Luka is that Luka plays his game no matter who he's playing against, or no matter what your defense look like. Luka play like Luka, and you don't really stop him. It's either he just having an off night or he lighting your ass up. It's no in between with Luka. Then you add Kyrie to the equation. I don't know, man. It really depends on with the Clippers. It depends on health. Like that's the big thing with them. It always depends on health. What you making that face?
I was looking at my television.
Oh,
it's a 55-inch. Still can't see.
I'm like, you squinting like something
Oh my
stank or
god!
something.
Because they had the Western Conference final. I'm watching the Pelicans. Is this the Magic they playing?
Nah.
No, they're playing the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It depends on the health of the Clippers. I don't their defense they don't move me.
They don't have.
But they can score with the Mavs, but it's just a matter of everybody staying healthy.
That's where I'm with it, Lou. They don't. And I don't. What we talking about defense? They don't have nobody that can play defense. Even the two defenders they have, they're not defenders anymore. Them days are over. Paul George is not the defender he used to be. Kawhi Leonard is not the defender he used to be. You know what I mean? James Harden plays zero defense. Bones Highland plays zero defense. Norman Powell plays zero defense. You got a lot of people that play no defense.
That one time when remember that one time shooter when James Harden defended on that last play. Remember that corner play and he got the rebound. Remember a couple years back that one time.
We going a couple years back for James Harden defense.
Shooter for you to go a couple years back.
That might be 3-4 years back.
We going.
Yo, hey, you know, Fiambe, you funny as hell. You like one of them cousins. Remember that time when we went back and you did that?
Remember that? Remember that time?
We going half a decade. Half a decade.
Remember that help made a difference, and then like the last play of the game, he got the strip, and you know in the corner it was like yeah, and then we was like oh yeah, he played.
No, I will say this though, honestly, like Lou said,
Ash said when he defended Kawhi's corner 3 this season, and they were on the same team when he did that too.
Oh yeah. Now I'll say this what Lou said. I don't think it's because the defense is not there, but offensively, it's gonna be guns blazing.
It's gonna be fireworks.
It's gonna be fireworks. Now you know what I mean. Like you mentioned earlier, the Clippers were able to beat the Mavs, but it was just Luka by himself. Luka was doing his thing by himself. I think Kyrie has something to prove because it was a lot of criticism the last time he was in the playoffs, which when he was on Brooklyn, he didn't show up. I think Kyrie is in a different mental space where Kyrie got something to prove. Ash Lou, you said something in the comments a little earlier, and I didn't say this to nobody, but I'm gonna say this now, and I agree with you. The Mavs are a dark horse to get to the conference finals.
I said that at the beginning.
They
of the
are
season,
dark. They are a dark horse.
I said that a couple weeks ago.
You
to
know
watch out for the Mavs, but somebody told me not to. I don't know if it was in a space or if it was somebody in these comments. But when I mentioned the Mavs, I got laughed at.
They're a dark horse.
And you know why? Because Ash had been first of all, not Ash, Jazz. Jazz keep me updated on everything Mavs related because she's tweeting about it all the time.
Yeah, she talk about the Mavs all day.
I know what's going on with the Mavs. Shout out to Jazz. And they was on this hot, they was on this streaker where they was winning. They had won like 7 straight. And I was like, dang, you know, they might. And then when I said it, folks was kind of laughing at it. And here we are.
They're a dark horse.
At the possibility that here they are as a possible dark horse. Here's my deal with the Clippers. I do believe, because I've seen it, that the Clippers can lock in defensively consistently. I don't know. It matters in moments when it matters though. I do think that they can lock down defensively and maybe make that defensive stand to win them the game, or maybe make that defensive stand so Luka don't pull up at half court. I don't know. Can I say something about that play? I broke my remote that night. I had to go to Comcast and get a new remote. Boy, I was sick. That was a disgusting play because at the time, what was that, 3 seasons ago?
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi and Paul George, in fact, were those top defenders that you're talking about that they're not now. And neither one of them mother freakers wanted to take that assignment of Luka. And I was sick that man pulled up.
Because
and I'm like, I think Kawhi was under the basket. And it was an inbound play. That was off of a top. Somebody, I think that was like an inbound type. But if I can remember, maybe it was another when they cooked us. Maybe it was another play when I don't remember. He cooked us so many damn times. You know, Luka has. But one of them damn plays, Kawhi Leonard sitting under the basket. Wouldn't even want to go out to La La Land. I think Paul George was out on the wing somewhere on the other side. Nobody wanted to take the assignment of Luka. I think, perhaps.
Luka hit that game-winning 3. That was in the bubble.
They're not doing it now.
That's when it was certainly in the bubble. There was no
problem. Yeah, I remember.
Hey, so listen to this, right? So Luka has had 2 career playoff series against the Clippers, right?
Correct.
He's lost both of them, right?
Correct.
The first one went to 6 games, the last one went to
Correct.
7.
Correct.
Mhm.
Luka has bust their ass to the tune of 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 9.5 assists.
And that was with two people that could defend
per
at
game.
that time.
But that's my thing.
He was destroying them.
That's my thing. Like, what was annoying was, and I guess they probably took the approach was, okay, we'll let everybody else beat us. Can't do that this time.
Nope.
Because you got Kyrie. That does not work because Kyrie will smoke your fucking boots. Excuse my language.
Yep.
He gonna
You got
smoke
two
your
players
boots,
that'll give you
dog.
40 apiece.
He will if they allow this. I am very listen. First of all, Luka is cold and Kyrie a dog. I love me some Paul George. I know, but I'm not stupid in this regard.
Mavs
I'm
and
stupid
6.
for him any other time, but I ain't stupid right here. I am nervous. I'm stupid for him any other time, but not right now because I know that Luka and Kyrie can do damage. My issue is that they also struggle defensively. So, like y'all said, this is going to be a game where the scoring is going to be there. This is probably going to be a high scoring series. But if I had to bet on a team to make a defensive stand throughout the series, I'm betting on the Clippers.
Well, who
so
though?
I do think that their defense can kind of offset the Mavericks.
I get it because they have two guys who came in the league as defenders. And granted, they probably won't play defense consistently, but there are times where you'll see Paul George or Kawhi have a few possessions where they can lock down on some defense, but it doesn't happen consistently throughout the game. No.
Correct.
There are times where one of them.
Correct.
That's because they aren't available. That's because they're not available during the playoffs.
They've been available in the playoffs. One of them got a nickname from the playoffs.
But
that same player that carried the team on his back to a Western Conference Finals the next year.
You gonna hold on to that one Western
Conference every time, boo. Hey, boo. Every time, give me a kiss. I'm gonna do it every time.
He's been with the Clippers for 5 years, and you gonna hold on to that one.
You always playing Paul George, but you be like, oh, well, he'd have a ring if he came here. He should have just came.
He would have.
That's a
fact. He would have had a ring if he came to the Lakers.
But we know Paul George is. The thing is, we know Paul George is good. Nobody doubts Paul George's talent. Like we know PG got talent. He just don't do nothing in the playoffs.
He just don't show up when you need him the most.
He goes home early in the playoffs.
You got two players on that team that don't show up when you need him the most.
He's been cooking the last game though. I ain't gonna hold you. The last couple games, he's been cooking, and I'm hoping.
I was watching the other night. He was going crazy.
Let me ask you this question.
Hey, I didn't know Kyrie been in the league 12 years. That's crazy.
Yeah, time
with 18,
bro.
No, I know he's been with a lot of teams, but I'm just saying it's just crazy to see that.
Y'all hear that?
It's just crazy to see that. He getting passed around more than Khloe Kardashian in the NBA. Huh?
Okay.
But anyway,
more than the collection.
Check this out. Check this out though.